Good morning, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Gabby.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, we have been so excited for this show. I've got a little bit of a glare on my computer, so I can't see real well, but there we go. Okay, so good morning. It's Monday and it's Gabby time, and we are going to get this view of the farmhouse that we've all
Yes.
heard about and we all want to feel into the energy of it. So I'm just pulling it up on my phone now so I can share this out and see who's coming in with us. And anybody that's finding us this morning, there we go. We got people on already. Wendy's here. Good morning,
Hi,
Wendy.
Wendy.
Casey, Prachetta.
And Carol and Prisha.
Violet. Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm surprised I'm even able to talk this morning.
Yeah,
Yesterday was,
honestly, you poor thing.
uh, well,
Are the other girls still in bed?
yes. I have to tell you, you would think that we would have gone straight to bed after that marathon yesterday. At 1 o'clock, we were out here where I'm at on the porch watching sharks. The sharks put on a show for us
Oh,
last night.
wow.
Oh my gosh, there were so many of them, and they were out there playing. They had
Do you know what sort of sharks they are?
well, one of them I think looked like a hammerhead. The others just regular sharks. I don't know what kind, but they were big. I mean, really big. And
We
they
got
had,
big ones here.
yeah, they had the fish lights out by the pier next
Oh,
door,
wow.
the green lights that
Yeah.
light up underneath the water. And they were having a blast, and they put on such a show for us, swimming around in circles, and then they would circle around and come back, and it was just like they were showing off for us. We were, the three of
Yeah.
us, sitting here watching them. And so
Yeah.
then we went down to the um, the seawall downstairs. They were going to see if they could get a closer picture of them, but you can't do it downstairs. You have to have that view from up above to
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
see them.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
no, my dad was a fisherman, and we have big sharks here, and they follow the crayfishing boats because they throw all the yuck off the boats as they're coming in, and especially we have islands just offshore that they crayfish off, and they're big. And I watched Jaws when I was like 9.
me too.
Worst thing I ever did in my life. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah,
You
no,
definitely
no.
do that.
I won't, like, if I can't stand, no. And yeah, no, they're well known to be not far offshore here. So yeah,
Yeah. I mean, they were
I don't
like
mess
right
with them.
here. We were, and it was just so cool to get to see all of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am in Western Australia, Catherine. On North Perth is the capital of, like, the main place of Western Australia, and I'm about 4.5, 5 hours north of Perth, right on the coast.
yeah. We have so many people on with us this morning. Let's say some good mornings.
Yes.
Let's see, who did we miss? Deirdre, good morning, darling. Wendy, you shared it. Thank you. Becky Beckner, good morning to you. And yes, there's Gabby. Sally and
Ah,
Tony.
good morning, everyone.
And Stacy, Luann, Scarlett, Prachetta. Hope is here. Good morning, Hope. Sharon Boyle.
Sharon Ball,
And
I put candles for you.
yes, Sharon, that's just for you.
Yeah.
Your request. Josie and Rick are watching. Diana's here. Who else? Isabel Reese is with us. And Sharon asked if we played Jaws music. I was trying to remember how the Baby Shark song goes, and I couldn't even do that.
Terry, there's a Ruth Bradford update.
Oh, good. Do
You
you want
got
to read
that?
it, Gabby?
She has both the right side of her body and the left side of brain, which has affected, and she cannot speak at all, still being tested to see how much damage there is.
Sally, thank you so much for giving us that update. We've been praying for her. And yesterday we've incorporated a prayer time into our full day of transmitting. And we lifted her up in prayer yesterday as well. So
Yeah.
thank you for letting us know. And Sharon says, we are Jaws fans.
I like watching it. I just don't like thinking about it when I'm in the water.
I know. Well, we're going out today on the boat. One of Deb's friends has a pontoon boat, and so we get to go out in the water, and we're supposed to go scuba dive. No, not scuba diving. We're going snorkeling. So we were watching the sharks last night, and Ruth's going, I don't know if I want to go play in the water.
There's a place north of here called Useless Loop, and it's actually a salt mine, but it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. They actually, people from all over the world come to study the dolphins there. There's mass families of dolphins, but there's an area there called Shark Bay, and that's for a reason, because it's so many sharks. And to stay there or to camp there, you actually have to be sponsored by somebody that works at the mine. So it's quite special to be able to stay there. But Jeff's parents go up there for 3 months of the year, have been doing it for years. So we get the opportunity to go up and stay with them. And you go out on the boat, and there's dolphins swimming alongside that. They try and get, when you're fishing, they try and get the fish. But they'll have babies and the mums and everything. And where we camp, if you walk over a sand dune, there's a big bay, and I'm not kidding you, there was always at least 40 to 50 sharks in there. And that's why I don't go any deeper than that in the water.
Yeah. Well, we lost count. We were watching them last night. There were so many of them. They were just playing. It was so much fun just to watch them out there.
Oh, it's their territory. They're just doing what they're doing. And it's totally unspoiled up there. So they're not hunted or anything like that. So they're prolific.
Yeah.
Not good swimming.
Yes.
Good fishing, but not good swimming.
Right. All right. So we got more people. Claire Louise is here this morning. Good morning, darling. Carrie Klingon Butcher is watching. Sharon says, I've never been drawn to surfing, 1, because of the sharks, and 2, because of the fear of getting caught in the rip. Yeah, we have the rip currents that are really bad here sometimes, and they put the signs up on the beach. Yeah. Swim at your own risk, pretty much, when you do that.
Our culture here is we spend a lot of time in the water, and I always made sure that my mum had a swimming pool, so I always made sure that my children could swim before they could walk. But we also swim at the beach a lot, and we have a lot of rips. So teaching the kids to identify a rip and how to get out of it once they got in it was very important.
Oh, so important.
Oh, yeah.
My sister came down one summer to visit, and she brought a neighbor's daughter with her who was best friends with my niece, and she got caught in the rip up in Daytona. And I mean, they rescued her, but she was laughing. She goes, I can just see us now having to tell her dad, we lost your daughter on vacation.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah. And we have a place over east called Bondi Beach. It's very famous, and a lot of people, foreigners come, and people who can't swim will get in the water there and swim. And the lifesavers there have a reality show, and it's really hard for them because some people are idiots and drunken idiots getting out in the water when they're really drunk, and you feel sorry for them.
Yeah, that's when the bad things happen. We've got some activity going on out in the water. I'm not sure what it is. There's a lot of movement, and there's no boats, so it's actually something in the water that's doing all of that. That's why I keep looking over there. I'm like, all right, what's in the water this morning? We're hoping for manatees. Ruth has been praying to see a manatee. So I'll help us to pray for Ruth to get a manatee to come up so she can see it. She said if she sees one, she's going to get in the water. She's going to go swim
It'll
with it.
come. It'll
Yeah,
come.
I know. I feel it will too. That's what I thought it might be. There were big circles in the water.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so
Just checking it out.
Christina Leftwich is here. She arrived. We have so many people. All right, so then we're going to go to the farmhouse. Julie Kiss is here this morning. All right, so Wendy is asking, are you in the hallway, Gabby?
I am. Kerry said, who's the guy in the hallway? There is no guys in the hallway. There's only me.
Yeah.
So would you like me to give a little bit of background on it?
Oh, please, please, please. We've been waiting for this.
Yes. So it was, Jeff, I didn't write down what date it was built, 18. So it was built in 1885 by Rosa and Robert Cowan. Robert was a banker originally, but decided he wanted to become a farmer. So they actually had a Frenchman that worked with them, and we think he had a lot to do with building the house. But it's all, the walls are all stone, so each rock was laid by hand. The walls are this wide, probably. It's beautiful, beautiful old place. So Robert passed away when he was 75 years old in 1931, and Rosa passed away when she was 55 years old. Rosa went into town with her daughter one day, or what they considered town, and had a stroke, or we're not sure whether it was a stroke or a heart attack. And she was brought back here and she passed away here. But none of them are buried here. They're buried at the local cemetery, although Rosa isn't buried with the rest of the family because her family buried her with them. So they had 3 children, 2 boys and a girl. Gerard was the oldest, and he died in 1919. He was 23 years old. He was in World War I and he passed away in France. He survived the whole war, and just at the end of it, he caught the flu and passed away in the Army Hospital of pneumonia after he'd survived the whole war. And he was 23 years old when he passed away. So the other brother and sister, after the parent, they always stayed on the farm. They never left the farm. After Rosa and Robert passed away, so their names, her name was Helen and his name was Digby Frank, and there was 11 years between them. But they lived here together for the rest of their lives until she developed dementia or Alzheimer's and ended up in a Catholic, it was where the nuns all lived in the, it's gone what it's called, but she was put into care there and she passed away there when she was 81. But Digby Frank was left here by himself, and all the other farms around had bought a tractor, but he was still here at 63 years old, still trying to do the whole farm with horses and, you know, and doing all the hard yards. And it was a very hard life. Like, conditions would have been very, very hard. And Jeff and I've only just realised tonight when I was writing everything down that Digby actually shot himself on the anniversary of his father's death 34 years later. So he was not a happy man. Yeah. But when I moved in here, I used to talk to Rosa a lot. I used to feel Rosa a lot. And I felt that she was very happy because the house had been rented for 20 years and nobody cared for it. So I did all the yards and put flowers and things in and cleaned all the house up, made the house beautiful. I felt like she was happy with me for what I was doing with the house. But I've always, to go to the bathroom at night, as in an old house, I have to go down to this hallway and turn right. The door here used to be the back door of the house, but now there is a kitchen extension built on, and I can't look. To go to the bathroom, you have to go right at the end of this door here, and I can't look left. I feel like if I look left, somebody will be standing there. So the night that I ended up with the scratches, when I got up to go to the bathroom, I actually put my dressing gown over my head so I could only see the patch of ground where my feet were walking. That's how bad the feeling was, that if I took it off and looked, someone would be standing there. Yeah. And I used to be a horror movie addict, and it's just, it's scary for me.
It's interesting, Gabby, before you told us about that, Wendy said that she felt drawn to the left of the door.
Over this way? So.
Yeah. Well, you said you can't look left.
No, I can't. Oh, I'm getting all goosebumps down my left side too. Yeah, and no, so I can't look left. Yeah. But Digby shot himself out the back. Yeah.
Yeah, but he hangs out in that area for sure. Sally said, I sense a heaviness from this hallway.
It's this is the center of the original house. Yeah. I wish you could see that hair standing up on my arms. I feel like I need to move over here, so I haven't got my back to it. Yeah, but it is, the earthiness of the house is beautiful, and the woodwork in here. In the lounge room, there's a big piece of wood that you step over. It's about this wide, and it used to be a flat piece of wood, but it's worn down from the amount of purely from the amount of people that have passed over it over the years. And I love that piece of wood. Jeff, we should get a picture of the Frenchman. Yes, please. We actually have a picture of the Frenchman that he needs to fill his wine glass up anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that door down here, not the one he just went through, that slams on Jeff. It's slammed on behind him as he's walked through it twice. And funnily enough, it's after he's been mean to me. But we can have every door and window open in this place, and that door is, I've shut it tonight, but it's normally always open. And every door and window open and breeze blowing, and that door never moves, and it's never shut on anybody else apart from him.
And tell us about the fire alarm.
Oh, the first night that we moved in here at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, the fire alarm went off. And I don't know if you can see how high the ceilings are in this place, but there was no hope of getting it. And I don't live here now. I come and stay out here, but now it will only go off when I'm here. Somebody hates me.
A lot of comments.
We don't know his name, do we? I don't know if you can. It might be a bit glary.
A little glary.
Yeah, it's real. Oh no, there we go.
Here you go, right there.
So this is the Frenchman that helped build the house, and we found Jeff found in the dirt in one of the paddocks an old what are they called? Pardon? Fob watch. And this guy has a fob watch there.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yeah, so we don't know whether it was his or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think he was fairly instrumental in putting all these rocks in place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But then I don't know how a Frenchman ended up here in those days.
Very interesting. Yeah. And tell us the year again that it was built.
1885, yes. There's a keystone, because all these places have keystones.
Right.
Yeah, and it has the 1885 inscribed in the keystone.
Yeah. We must have somebody on here that can do those numbers.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's 20, I think it's 22. 8 and 8 are 16. And 5 is 21. It will be 22, a master number. Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So we've got lots of comments replying to what's going on here. Sally says she would love to stand in there, but not at night.
It's nighttime now. It's like 8 o'clock at night now. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just at night time when you've got to go to the bathroom.
Right. Sharon Boyle says she would not be able to go to the bathroom at night. She would buy a camping toilet. And you would, Sharon. I know you.
It's funny, I was in a second-hand store the other day and I saw one of the old wood ones that they used to have in the bedrooms. Maybe we should go back and buy it. Don't know that Jeff would like that though.
Not, but at least you have that peace at night.
Yeah. No, I'll just put the dressing gown over.
Carrie says, that's why I asked who the guy was. He's very protective and doesn't understand your joy and pure heart. That's what I got anyway.
Because I'm very interested what everybody gets.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I don't know. I sort of feel them all hanging around down there.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of activity. Julie wants to know what year it was bought.
Pardon?
What year it was bought. What year did somebody buy the farm?
Well, because Rosa, the mother, in the 70s, Rosa was a Deboulay. And when the last son passed away, the Deboulay family actually took over the house. So Rosa's family took over the house after.
They bought it, they just inherited it.
Yeah, yes. And then someone bought it off them in the 70s. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let us know, guys, if you're picking up stuff here. Oh, Wendy says the door slams to say, don't come back through it.
Don't let it hit you in the backside on your way out.
Yes. So they're giving a message to Jeff there, huh?
Did you hear that, Jeff?
So we've got more people coming in. So those of you who are coming in, we're at the farmhouse, and Gabby has just given us the information about the house, the history of it, and so interesting. And there's 2 doors that you can see that are there, and one of them leads to the bathroom, but Gabby has to go that way.
The door down the end, leads to the kitchen and the bathroom. That's all an extension.
Yeah, and the other one is where a lot of the activity is, and Gabby has a hard time even looking in that direction because she feels it, senses it, that it's there. So Gabby, have you ever asked the question of who it is?
No.
I know there's some fear involved because you've been dealing with this for how long now?
I just always chose to think that it was Rosa. Since I moved out, Jeff and I actually separated and I moved out, back together again now. But since I've come back, that I feel like every time before I even drive in the driveway, I Michael myself.
Right.
Every time now.
Okay.
And I have this waiting.
Oh, yay. Got to do the saging.
Yeah. Well, I didn't kind of want to do it before we did this because I didn't want to move anything. I just wanted it to be as it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of energy there. Sharon says, I'm intrigued and impressed with how you handled the fact that you woke up with scratches, because I don't think I could. I gotta get the rest of her sentence.
It's really funny though because they were deep enough that it should have woken me up or I should have felt it like when it happened, and I didn't. And I still have a couple of sores on my legs from the one on my leg that's healing. The one on my eyes healed, but I just have a red line there. But they didn't cause me any pain at any time. Like even afterwards, they weren't sore. So but that night that it happened was the night that I only looked like I felt it really strongly. And I don't know whether it was we know that you know that we're here.
Yes.
Kind of thing, like why, and I know that when you raise your vibration, they know that you've raised your vibration. And when I lived here previously, I hadn't, but since I've come back, I have, and I just feel like maybe they want me to acknowledge them, but I'm like this. I don't know. I don't know.
It's interesting because I keep seeing so much activity going on, and what's the candle? Okay, so the candle
This
just
one
flickered
over here. Oh, this one over here.
behind you. Yeah, it just flickered. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's activity going
It's
on.
doing it now.
Yes, it is. Well,
Yeah.
hello. Oh, I got chills. Hello. Hello. And we're asking to communicate with you so that there's a lot of people here who are intuitive. So I can't wait to hear what you all are getting from this message that's just coming to us. Yeah, it's coming closer. It's almost like, let me see what you're doing there.
But
Trying to see who you're talking to, kind of. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You're not in any harm.
no. And Jeff's right there.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's see what people are picking up. Yes, the candle is dancing like crazy, Becky says. They both, either side, were flickering. Yeah, I saw the other one, but it was just kind of a minimal type of thing. But the one right behind you, Gabby, that one, and like now it even just got very bright. Like all that activity just started happening.
Jeff is just sitting in the room after here, and he just said he just felt a breeze come through.
Yes, that's what's happened. And Sally said, Spirit's trying to get your attention.
You can come.
Okay, so Sally says, in the doorway, I'm seeing a shape that I have been questioning, but it just changed shape. And I'm just scrolling down to see. Oh, Sharon Boyle wants to know, how does Jeff feel about it all? And is he unfazed?
He's comfortable with it. He does notice a lot of things like go missing, like just regular things like sponges under the sink disappear for days and then they're back again, and
Right.
like things are not where he's put them, like things get moved around a lot, but he talks to them all the time.
Oh, okay. And does he hear anything when he talks to them? Is there any message that just flashes through?
No. He no.
Okay.
He he knows, he definitely feels their energy around, because that's why he talks to them. But I don't think he'd admit it. Now I'm getting the dirty eyeball.
Wendy's asking, can you go into the bathroom? Are you able to go to the bathroom?
I should. I
Right,
should
so
have Zoomed on
are you
my
talking
phone.
about- Are you talking about right now, Wendy, while she's on the air? I wasn't clear about what the question was.
Because the walls are so thick, when you go down to the other end of the house, you lose signal. Like the signal is intermittent. Like you can go from here to there and lose signal. Yeah, I don't know whether it's the walls or but I will take. I'll take lots of photos and of each room and put them on the group.
Thank you. And now let's see, what else do we have? There was.
I can open the door.
Carrie says it seems to have more issues with females than males. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I think it's Digby, honestly.
Yeah, that was the son, right?
Yeah.
The son that shot himself. Do
Yeah.
you know? Okay, I'm not sure that you have any of the details, but do you know if he shot himself in the head or in the chest?
I think I'm pretty sure he would have shot himself in the head.
In the head, because people were feeling a heaviness in the chest.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's the father, if that was his energy, or even the mother. You said she had either a stroke or a heart attack.
Yeah, she did. Rosa had a stroke or a heart attack.
The heaviness in the chest.
Digby would have had a very heavy heart, a very heavy heart. He'd had a very hard life. He'd never married or had children. He lived with his sister. She was 11 years old. They lived here together. Like, I kind of even questioned that a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, whether, because like Jeff and I joked once that we like be careful digging in the garden because we might dig up unborn children.
Yeah.
And I actually spoke to a local historian who his family's from around this area, and I got on quite well with him, so I felt comfortable in mentioning that to him. And he said, like he'd often thought that too, but there had never been any talk of it. But
it's very secluded, right? It's very secluded, so maybe. Maybe the ones that knew anything like that. I think there's probably a lot more secrets there at that place than anybody knows.
Yes, yeah. And then Rosa's brother that took over the property after all the Callans had died, he was actually a very, very Christian man and was well known for preaching to the locals. Like people actually started to avoid him a little bit because he was so full on in your face with his Christianity.
Yeah. Oh, Carrie says maybe it's a portal, too much activity flying about. Absolutely. I think that area there where all of this activity is happening, definitely that portal. And yeah, that candle is just going crazy. There's so much communication coming through. And Scarlett says, yes, let's see what we get from the photos.
Yeah. Or we can do it another night, like I'll get more organised and put it on my Zoom, and then we can, actually I'll put it on Jeff's phone, goes through the house better than mine does, so log in on his phone.
Sally says, I just saw a shadow walk past that doorway at the end of the hallway. He shot himself under the jaw and it went upwards. Thank you, Sally, for tuning into that. Yeah.
That's how they would have done it. Yeah.
Yeah. And Wendy also said she thought it was a portal. Prochetta says, I'm feeling low. I am crying. Yeah. many of us that are empaths can really feel that heaviness and the sadness. And that's the one thing that I said before we even went on the air, Gabby, was there was such an intense sadness about him. And it feels like
Yeah.
he just wants to be seen. He was never seen really
No.
fully for himself. So yeah, there's an
Yeah.
intense sadness.
And he was the youngest of three too. So, you know, and quite honestly, I only lived in this house for 6 months, but I was not in a good state when I left this place.
Yeah,
Like, not.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Catherine.
I've actually only been thinking about that lately, and because I used to stand and gaze out the windows, and it just felt like a beautiful prison. Some days, that's what it felt like.
Right.
Like absolutely beautiful, but like you just stand. Yeah, I used to tend to stand and gaze out the windows a lot. Mm.
People are picking up so much stuff.
Oh, I can't wait to read it all.
Oh, and Prachir has to leave us. Bye, Prachir.
Bye,
Glad you came in
Patricia.
while you could. And Wendy is asking, could you do a video tour of the house and post it in the group?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do it tonight when we finish. I'll do it straight after we finish.
Okay, and Sally says, yes, it is a portal. And people are seeing the movement. Catherine saw someone pass by in the building, and so did Sally. She said someone passed at the end of the hallway, passed by. Yeah.
Yeah.
Becky just joined us, and Diana said, this is really interesting, but reminding everyone to remember to clear away this energy after the show. It's really pulling my energy down. Yeah,
Yeah.
when we don't protect ourselves, then we can have that lingering. Thank you, Diana, for that reminder. And Scarlett says it feels thick with energy to me. So yeah,
I
we have
Michaeled myself.
we have tools to clear the energy and asking Archangel Michael. And we'll do that when we do the meditative prayer that comes up in about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And just ask for that energy to go from all of us, anything that you picked up or that you were tuning into. And, you know, when we connect with a loved one or any energy that's in spirit, it's always important to disconnect as well. So
Yeah.
really appreciate you speaking up there, Diana, and saying that. Okay, and Becky's coming in and she wants to know what she missed. Becky, we're at the farmhouse and there's a lot of activity going on this morning. Well, it's evening. What'd you say, about 8 o'clock in the evening there where you're at, Gabby?
I just read Carrie's. I feel that Carrie too. Yeah. I think afterwards I'm just going to go and sit down there.
Yeah. If you want to stay on Zoom with me after the show, then I can sit there with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. I don't know. Like it kind of feels like there's someone here anyway.
There is. Yeah, there is. And so we
Something.
can do that. We can try to get some communication going after the show. And if you want, I'll record it so everybody can see what happened after we got the tour and got to just invite this energy to be at peace, because I don't feel like it's at peace. And I think that's why people are
Yeah.
feeling that. When
Yeah.
we feel spirit that is not yet realizing that it can go into the lightness and doesn't have to stay in the darkness, then
Yeah.
we feel that as empaths. We feel that sadness. We feel the loneliness. That was the first thing I connected with when we started talking before we went live. There was so much sadness there with that
I
spirit.
feel like I just need to give him a hug.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our compassion that we want him to feel is how we're not scared. We just want the love to come back to the spirit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Becky says she's getting male energies. That's there.
Yeah.
And Wendy says you can see the candles flashing on the left, which is Gabby's right. I can see it reflecting on the wall. Yeah, it's actually reflecting on both walls. I can see it at the bottom
Yeah.
yours. But the one right by you, Gabby, that's the one that's just really, you actually can see a reflection of the flame of the candle.
And
Right
you
at
know,
the,
it's really funny because behind this arch, there's two doorways on this side and a doorway on that side. So the back candles, if they're going to move from breeze or anything, they're the ones that would be going to move. There's no doors right near these two ones.
yeah, and it feels like two different spirits at each candle, is what I'm getting.
Yeah.
So that's why
I
you
don't
feel,
think Robert, the dad, he would have been a fairly hard man. You know, it was a very hard existence back then. No water, you know, that this house didn't even get a ceiling in it until Rose's family took it over. So it was just a tin roof, and that like the weather here, the heat is intense and unforgiving.
yeah. Yeah, Becky
So,
said null energies that she was picking up as well. So yeah, I think so. Well, let's start putting our prayer requests in if you all have any, and we're definitely going to lift these spirits in prayer today. And Gabby, as she's been there dealing with them. And we want to remember Ruth.
yes.
Okay.
See, Betty.
Oh, Peggy Twig, thank you for joining us. I did see you come in.
Catherine, there's no vacuum cleaner. There's actually no noise.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, there's no noise. It's very quiet. There's not even any, there's no like road traffic or anything, like no traffic noise or anything.
Very interesting. Yeah, I can see the spirit that's there. So we're going to definitely, I'll turn the recorder on after we get off the live, and we'll see what comes through from there. It's like there's a white light that's coming from the wall area all the way to your leg. That's so interesting.
Here.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's we're getting Julie Kiss says prayers for lightness in Gabby's house. Deirdre for world peace, of course. And Sally praying for Ruth, for the spirits, for Gabby and Jeff, and for the world that surrounds each of us. And yes, you heard it too. You heard the noise. Yeah. So you didn't hear the noise, Gabby, where you are. That's interesting. Wow.
No.
Yeah, I thought something was running as well, something electric.
Yeah, no, there's nothing. There's nothing. Jeff's on his computer, but you can't, he's got it, there's no noise coming from his computer at all.
Okay, Starlet.
Yeah, no, it's totally quiet.
The prayers for Scarlett's friend Jody, whose mother is very unwell. Catherine's asking, do you find any cold spots in or out of the building, Gabby?
Yes, there's lots of cold spots. And particularly along what would have been the back wall. Actually, that's where you turn down to go to the bathroom, but it's left that I don't want to look. Actually, I don't. I just go like this till I get, and because you know when you've been in a house long enough, you can at night time you can feel your way. Like I know when I'm going to hit the corner. I can feel the corner, so I can pretty much do it with my eyes closed now. And great because my daughter used to live here too, and she gets the same feeling as me, and it's when you've got to come back up. You know, when you got to walk away and you know it's always behind you. She actually used to run. She would run, and because her bedroom used to be this door here, so she would run to her room at night time if she had to get up.
Yeah, we definitely need to, and I just heard it again.
Oh, no.
That wasn't a vacuum cleaner. That was more like it wasn't like an electrical noise, but there was definitely just a noise. And Sharon says, what year were electric vacuums invented to give you an idea of who inhabited it during that time? I don't know the answer to that. Carrie says, love to all, prayers of protection for Gabby in the house, prayers for guidance and discernment, and hugs. Thank you for the hugs. Angie Taylor says she can hear it. Becky, many blessings for spirit to cross over, calling in the angels. Yeah. And prayers for Gabby's spirit friends to find peace was Becky Beckner. And yeah, Carrie, she heard it. She said it just happened again. And Wendy says, I feel if you do a video and listen to the playback, you will hear the EVP. Yeah, I think so
Yeah,
too.
okay.
We'll definitely find that spot on the video and do that.
Yeah.
And Carrie said that it's called white noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did forget to mention there was, we've talked to previous people that lived here, and the woman I spoke to, her boyfriend was living here at the time, and she used to come and stay intermittently, and he actually wasn't here one night, and she was here, and she felt someone get into the bed with her, and she said she freaked out and just said, get out, but she said she actually, she definitely felt someone hop into bed with her, and she was here by herself.
okay. Are you not hearing anything, Gabby?
No.
It just happened again.
Huh? Oh, and also, Jeff is a photographer and a musician, and he has a lot of his expensive equipment in the bedroom. So he has, for when he's not here during the week, because it's like rural, he has a little security camera in there, which I make him turn off when I'm here.
Right.
But we have a photo. Excuse me. He has a photo. He's clearly asleep in the bed. You can see all his arms and legs under the form of the rug, and you can see his head and everything. But the sheet is lifted up on the side of the bed. Yeah, the rug or the doona, well, we call it doona, you call it duvet, quilts, is about that far up, lifted off the bed. But you can see his arms and legs, so it's not him lifting the sheet. And the camera has its motion activated and has night, so it's taken the photo there, yeah, while the sheet's up.
This is so interesting. All right, so let's get the prayer request. Yeah. Carol says prayers for Max, my daughter's black lab dog. A large cyst burst on his side.
Oh.
Max in our prayers. And Prachetta, special prayers for my mom and dad today to be happy and at peace. Prayers for Tracy, David, Prachir, Neil, Annika, and Vanya. And special prayers for Teri to have a great stay and be safe. And prayers for Gabby to be protected. Thank you, honey, for your compassion. And others heard the noise. It was very loud that last time that it happened.
Yeah, that's weird.
And Becky, sounds like a projection mechanism. Yeah, I'm not sure what the sound is, but it was loud the last time. And Scarlett said she thought the noise was from outside near Teri. Now, when that noise was going on, there was nothing happening here. You've heard something just now because people were putting their garbage out for the pickup. Carrie says he was rejected. That's why he is pissy with females. Lover. Okay. And Becky saw a shadow just walk by. Sharon Boyle is requesting, Terry, can you mute yourself and then we can have silence for 1 minute to see what other noises come through. Yeah, let me read the prayer request because we'd like to honor that when we're doing this show in the mornings. Hope said it was so loud. And Wendy was asking if the noise was where I was. No, there was no noise like that from here. Now you're going to hear a noise. And Claire is hearing the noise and heard it again. And Becky says it keeps walking back and forth. And Catherine is praying for healing. Joanne asked for prayers for her daughter to find balance. And Angie says it's happening almost constantly in her earphones. And Wendy says the noise is coming and going. And Sally, he was a controlling man, his rules. Okay, so let me mute myself. We'll take we're getting into the prayer time. We'll take 2 minutes and I'll mute my phone. And Gabby, if you want to share some more and we can see if anything comes through for us.
I'll just sit quietly.
Yeah, I just unmuted for a second. Let's all just sit in silence for this energy that's there to feel our energy of love. Let's all send energy right now to the spirits that are there in Gabby's house. Wow.
Did you see that door open? It didn't open, but it shut firm right at the start, just as we started. It opened the door, like it actually came unjar, and then it happened once more straight afterwards.
I'll have to watch the replay on that. I was focused on listening, so I didn't
Yeah.
pay attention to the door. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow, there was so much energy there and a lot of communication. So a lot of people
I heard her.
were able to tune in, were getting voices, they were getting spirits talking to each other, and there were a lot of messages. Yeah, I think it was Sally that said there are so many conversations going on there. It's a residential haunting, I believe. Their normal lives, but don't like your energy there.
Got a
All
really
right.
itchy throat.
Julie is asking you to sage. Carrie says, I don't feel threatened by him. His anger is defensive. He thought ending his life would stop the pain, but it didn't. Yeah. And Wendy says, I will ask my husband to play through a device we have here, will enhance the sound. Yeah, it will. And I have one as well.
It was definitely the whole time, it was dead quiet. Absolutely silent here.
Yeah. Well, I can't wait for you to hear the playback so you can hear the sound that we were
Yeah,
all.
mate, yeah. Yeah. Felt
Yeah.
did be very heavy, like just like I feel like I need to go like this, shake him off.
Yeah, well, that's what Julie was saying to Sage, just to get that heaviness away. And we're going to go ahead and do a prayer. It won't be a long one today, but we're going to just focus on removing anything that has come through for anyone here that's been watching
Yeah.
this. Because there was like a lot of people that were feeling that energy coming to them.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because the reflection of the candle shifted just before I turned my camera back. Yeah, it still shifted a little bit where it's like long now. It was just still
Yeah.
like it was a reflection. Now it's like a long line there at the wall.
And they're pretty much even on both sides now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they sure are. The one right by you is brighter. Oh my gosh, something just lit up down at the end of the hallway. Yeah, they're revving up there.
Down in that back corner?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, that was a groan. It's like something dragging something. Oh my gosh, I just got chills myself. It was like something being dragged down the hallway is what I just felt.
There actually was a child that lived here that was in a wheelchair at one stage.
Oh my gosh, yes, yes.
We actually found his shower chair out in one of the sheds. And Grady, my Grady, she didn't like that chair at all.
Yeah, that the wheelchair makes perfect sense because it felt like something either being dragged or pushed down that hallway. Okay, let's do some clearing of this energy. And then afterward, Gabby, if you have time, we'll stay on for just a bit and I can do a recording so people can see what's going on with the energy there. All right, so let's go into our heart center. Let's all ground right now. That's what's needed. We've been in this energy that it's just kind of heavy this morning. And I feel like reaching out. That's what it feels like, that it's reaching out, even though there's an energy of pushing us away. It's also wanting that acknowledgement of their existence and that they are there. This is their place. This is where they lived in the physical. So they want us to acknowledge that and to honor that. So let's all go into our own heart centers. Place your hand on your heart that will make that come more clear to you to go into your centering place, go into your place of love. Love is the energy that heals, and we want to put forth a healing energy into this home that Gabby lives in, Gabby and Jeff. We want to send love to both of them, surrounding them in white light energy at this moment. And each one that has experienced this morning, see yourself being covered right now in white light and calling in Archangel Raphael to touch your heart, to release anything that you were feeling, any of the heaviness, any of the sadness, feeling into the stories of what happened here in this home, and releasing that from your energy field. Time to just let that go. So as you breathe in love deep in your heart. We're going to call in Archangel Michael. Michael is our protector. He's the one that does clear the energy around us. And Michael, we're just asking for a white light to surround each of us right now. I see it starting at the bottom of our feet and working its way up. It's wrapping all of us in the energy of love, in the white light of clearing out anything that's low vibration from our energy field, from this home that Gabby resides in, clearing out the low vibration. Let's release it and let it go to the light. And we ask Archangel Michael that you use your sword, cut any connection that happened between us and this energy. Just envision Michael with his sword slicing through that cord of connection. Just give a moment for everyone to feel into that. Releasing any of the fear that came up for you. There's nothing to be afraid of. We're all energy, we're all spirit. And see this energy that's there in its perfection. See it as the energy that once was vital in its life here on earth. And let's just send love to that life force that was existing once in human form and now is in the disembodied form. Sending so much love and light to the energy of these residents that are there. They're living in this space after they left their human bodies. Ask for Michael to surround that house with an energy of love, an energy of protection. Let every inhabitant there feel that love, feel our love, feeling into the oneness. Let them see our light shining. When you release the fear of the unknown, go back to that place of love. Thank you, Michael, for cutting the cord, for disconnecting us from the heaviness and from the energy of sadness and pain that was there. And we ask Archangel Gabriel to give us some understanding, give us some clarity, so that we can help to release this energy all together. All of us are sending love. All of us are shining our light and asking that the spirits that are in this place realize that they don't have to be there. They don't have to be stuck at this particular house. They don't have to be confined, that there is a place they can go to move on, to be with family, to be in God's love. And then we call Angel Uriel to help ground all of us right now. We've experienced this together, so we're asking for the grounding energy now to come through So wherever you are, if you can place your feet on solid ground, it doesn't have to be dirt, but just place your feet flat and just feel the energy of Mother Earth coming up to you. We're asking our Earth Mother to protect us with the crystalline energy that's at the core of Mother Earth. Feel that energy traveling from the bottom of your feet up into your heart center. And let that be the energy that takes over to protect, to feel into the love, knowing that we are all a spark of the divine. Everyone is. Even these disembodied spirits that once inhabited a human body, they are a spark of the divine. And we send you love, we send you light, we send you hope. So now coming from that place of love that we've all gone into, that compassion, let's also lift up any of the prayer requests that are on people's hearts today. Anyone that was placed in the circle, we lift up especially our sister Ruth Bradford. We ask for her body to be touched, for her healing to be stronger every day. We lift her up to the arms of God for a special blessing today. Let her feel our love coming to her. Thank you. And for our dear planet, Mother Earth, we pray for peace to come about. We pray for all of us, every inhabitant, to see each other as equals, to not have any separation. As we're feeling again into these spirits that are residing there, I feel a calmness that's come over. And we ask for everyone who's listening to feel into that energy with love, to really send love to everyone that's listening right now. Everyone who's sitting right there with Gabby, sending love, so much love from our hearts, so much compassion for what was endured in your lifetime. If you're still feeling some of the lingering energy, if you're still feeling some of that heaviness, just breathe right into it. Breathe into that place where it's at, whether it's in your chest, in your stomach. I feel some that are feeling a little lightheaded. So let's breathe right into those places. And as you breathe it on the out breath, let's ask Archangel Michael to cut that cord so that it's gone. Just release it, let it go. Calling on Archangel Metatron also to help us to know that everything happens in divine time. There are no accidents or coincidences. So just letting go of the attachment to the outcome. And thank you. Thank you to the angels. Thank you, God. Sending special prayers of healing right now to any who need it. Letting that energy go with love and bringing more love into your heart that we're going to share with each other. Okay, so let's send love to each other. And as we do that, let's remember these spirits that are right there. So holding one person, it can be a person here in the circle that's in human form. It can be one of these spirits if you want to hold that in your mind. And let's say I love you to one person here in our circle. I love you.
I love you.
Feeling that love coming back to us. Let's say it to the entire group that's gathered here. letting it go out amongst us, where we're at in our communities, in our countries. So on the count of 3, Gabby, do you want to count us down to the thank you, I
Sure.
love
3, 2, 1. Thank you. I love you.
you? I love you all so much. Remember to do your clearing and just let it go. Let it go from you and feel into the love. Feel the love, because that's what heals everything, is that love. Love shines light into the darkness, and that's what we're here for, is to shine light into anyone's darkness. Whoever is feeling that energy of dark in your life, whether it's a sadness, a loss, whatever it may be, just feel the love. And thank you for the hearts. And Gabby, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Us for sharing your love with us and sharing the energy that's going on there in this beautiful, beautiful house. Let's all see it in its beauty, and let's see the pain that happened there as being covered with love. We're really feeling
I felt like quite weighty, but I feel quite tingly, a bit
Mhm.
light now. And I had a bit of a pain in my chest, but that's gone. I feel
Good.
really tingly.
Oh, oh my gosh. There's a huge crocodile out in the water right behind me.
Wow.
Oh my God, he is so big. And Ruth is getting it on camera.
Oh, wow.
It is
You
swimming
just
right.
need the Manitou now. Not right now, because you'll get eaten by the crocodile.
Right. Now we'll get the manatee.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here. We're going to
Thank you. Love you all.
do some more clearing with these beautiful, they're beautiful. Let's see them in their beauty. All these energies that are there with Gabby. See them as beautiful because they are. And let's feel into the love with them. Thank you all for being with us. I see 22. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I think I saw the namaste, y'all. Did I see that from our dear Deirdre? We did. So let's say our goodbyes, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. And if any of you feel more need for cleansing, you can use sage, you can use your prayers. Just ask your angels to be with you to clear any energy that you may have taken on. I love you. Thank you for
Love
being.
you. Namaste, y'all.
Namaste, y'all. Have a wonderful day. And don't forget the shows on EWN today. We have Mira at 9 o'clock, Diana at 9:30. And then there's a meditation day later on in the day. Just check the schedule at Enlightened World Network and you'll see everything that's going on. I love you all so much. Bye.
Love you.